Halle Berry's recent red carpet appearance wasn't designed to shock or provoke. It quietly reasserted something far more powerful: authority over one's own image. At 57, Berry did not step into the spotlight seeking validation. She arrived already self possessed, fully aware of who she is and what she represents. In an industry that often treats aging as something to conceal or apologize for, her presence felt intentional, calm, and unmistakably confident. This was not a moment about trend chasing or spectacle. It was about ownership. The look itself was thoughtfully chosen, not merely visually striking, but conceptually clear. Clean lines, sheer elements, and layered textures worked together to create a sense of balance rather than excess. Nothing felt accidental. The design complemented Berry's physicality without attempting to overpower it, allowing the focus to remain on how she inhabited the garment. Fashion, in this context, became a language, one that spoke about autonomy, self-trust, and ease. The dress did not announce itself loudly. Instead, it invited attention through restraint and precision. What elevated the moment beyond aesthetics was Berry's demeanor. She moved with the comfort of someone who no longer performs for approval. Her posture was relaxed, her expressions open, her energy grounded. This ease transformed the outfit into something more resonant than fabric and silhouette. It became a statement about presence, about the confidence that comes from experience rather than external affirmation. She wasn't presenting a version of herself meant to impress. She was simply present, and that authenticity carried its own gravity. Berry's career has long been defined by her refusal to accept narrow definitions of success or beauty. From groundbreaking roles to personal reinvention, she has consistently pushed against limitations placed on women, especially women of color, in Hollywood. This red carpet moment felt like a continuation of that philosophy, rather than a departure from it. Choosing an elegant yet daring look at this stage of her life wasn't about defiance. It was about continuity. It reflected a woman who has evolved without retreating, who understands that growth doesn't require disappearance. What made the appearance resonate so widely was how relatable its message felt. Berry didn't frame aging as a battle to be won or an enemy to outsmart. She treated it as a lived reality, one that adds texture, confidence, and emotional clarity. That perspective reframes beauty not as something that peaks and fades, but as something that deepens when paired with self-knowledge. Her presence suggested that allure isn't sustained through perfection, but through acceptance. The cultural response that followed spoke volumes. The admiration wasn't rooted solely in how she looked, but in what she represented. Viewers saw a woman comfortable in her skin, uninterested in shrinking herself, and unapologetic about taking up space. That visibility matters. It challenges the assumption that relevance has an expiration date and reminds audiences that style, like confidence, is an evolving conversation, rather than a fixed standard. Ultimately, Halle Berry's red carpet moment wasn't about making a statement. It was about embodying one. She demonstrated that grace does not require restraint, that confidence does not require youth, and that beauty is most compelling when it is self-defined. In doing so, she offered something more lasting than a fashion headline, a reminder that authenticity, once claimed, becomes its own form of elegance.